Hey. So, first, we're going to just select the skin color and get a darker version of that. But we're using the airbrush, which is something that a lot of beginners do. There's nothing particularly wrong with this, it just looks very amateur. And they usually get like a very bright blush of some kind. And it kind of looks a bit out of place. And sometimes they put it across the entire face or they just put it underneath the eyes, whatever it is. This can definitely work out, but I feel like a lot of people don't know how to execute it very well. Again, these are all just my opinions. Anyways, a lot of people also, which this is a good thing, you follow the form to create the shadows. However, they use an airbrush, which I feel like crashes with the bold lines and the flat colors usually of what the gacha style really is. So it ends up just looking a bit, shitty. Wow, okay. I forgot I'm not supposed to swear, but you know what, whatever. Anyways, so again, that's not exactly, there's no right or wrong way to edit, but there's a better way. And you could learn that from me because I'm way better than all of you. That's a joke. Calm down. Anyways, so when you select a color, you also move down the color wheel a little bit closer towards the cool colors, all right? So I'm just lightly dabbing this onto the cheeks, just so that we can have a little bit of a light blush, which here is completely fine to use the airbrush, because, well, that's kind of the look we want. Yeah, anyways, I am just using the Depend Soft brush so that I can color back in the eyes, because, we made a bit of a mess. And even though I selected the skin and everything, I still selected the eyes because, there wasn't a lot of contrast there. She has white eyes and she's very, very pale. Kind of like you when you don't go outside. No, I was kidding. I'm self-projecting, my bad. You could see my little character in the corner. Look at me. I'm literally glowing. I look like a goddamn vampire, which reminds me. This person grabbed my arm and forced themselves to put makeup on me. They were just like, oh, please, so my manager can let me go home. And I was like, okay. I forgot that they watch. Okay, whatever. Anyways, they were nice. Please don't kill me. Anyways, so I'm just adjusting the settings for my lasso tool. Not lasso tool, for the magic wand. So that it only selects the skin and it does not go into the eyes. Simply because I just want to avoid cleaning them up again. 'Cause I'm one lazy motherfucker. Anyways, so again, I'm mainly just using Depend Soft for this. Alright, that's the right, so I'm just going to select the color and get a darker version of it. And now I'm just going to create these cute little lines just for a little bit more detail on the blush. And I feel like it adds this, cute effect. And I like to create just a little bit of a darker color underneath the eyes, simply because I feel like it just creates a bit more of a separation. And that's what we want, separation. Yeah. Anyways, so now I'm just creating a little highlight, and I didn't want to go for white because I felt like it just created too much harsh of a contrast. So I just went with the skin color. Now I'm also just creating it under the eye. This isn't really necessary, but you can if you want. Anyways, I am using the color to just create some shadows. And these shadows, I like to just keep them, kind of close and kind of small, just for this particular style, because I don't want them to be too crazy. Because usually when I edit, I want there to be a balance. I want the skin to be a bit less detailed, and I want the hair and the eyes to be a little bit more detailed, just because I feel like it creates a bit of a nice balance between everything. And anyways, I'm just creating these little eyelids. You can do that if you want, but I think you should take into account what eyes you're dealing with. You should make exceptions depending on what your character looks like. Not everything that I do for my character will look right on yours, because my character's better. No, I'm just kidding. Calm down. Oh my god. Alright, so I do want to create a little bit of a shadow that's, it shows a bit more dimension. That way things do look a bit more 3D because you could see like the layers of everything. But it still keeps that very, 2D simple looking thing, and it's nice. Create a new layer, set it to multiply. And now I'm just going to make the color a little more desaturated, simply so it looks a bit cooler. And now I'm just going to go over the eyes and anywhere where I feel like the hair or, the head or anything would be casting a shadow. You can use a reference for this or anything, or, you could look at real life, or, you could kind of just wing it. I just realized there's a dot on her face. Thank God I erased that. It was annoying me so much. So anyways, and then on the arm, I just like to keep it very simple. And on the back arm, I like to make it darker because I feel like it gives things a bit more dimension. When I blur things, I only like to do the middle part for the skin usually because I feel like it keeps making things look solid while also, being able to show the texture of the skin, which is soft. Anyways, with the light saturated color, I'm just creating some surface scattering. I clicked alpha lock on the layer and now I'm just using a darker color for underneath the neck to show even more dimension. A new layer we're setting to multiply. I mean to overlay, my bad, I'm illiterate. I said that like I was proud. Anyways, use a warm saturated color. It can be orange, it can be pink, it can be yellow. And with an airbrush to dab it onto the middle of the face and onto any other parts you feel like could look a bit more saturated, vibrant, bright, and happy. I wish I could do that to my life. Just kidding, that's emo as fuck. Anyways, so I'm just selecting the skin. Well, not the skin. The line art for the skin particularly, but it did naturally go into the hair because that is the same color. But my reason for this is because I just want to dab a more saturated color onto the part of the skin that shows light. Simply because I usually like to color my line art different colors when I draw, and I wanted to mimic the same thing for this edit. Boy, I can't wait to make a channel with just pure art. Anyways, I'm also creating a gradient onto the hair because it gives it a bit more dimension. It makes things look so detailed yet simple, and there's something so, admirable about that style. Anyways, for the lip, you can create a little shadow at the bottom showing that there is a lip. Or you can just create a bit of a actual lip. But it can make your character look way more feminine or a bit more mature. Like if you were making an older woman, usually people give them lips just to make them look more like, oh, it's a mature woman. Because apparently only they have lips, unless they're British. That's a joke, calm down. Anyways, so yeah, now I'm just selecting the shadows, getting an airbrush, and I'm just lightening them from the further away they get from what casts the shadow. Simply because whatever casts the shadow has less effect on it, the further it gets away. Yep, that's all. Anyways, see you next week or next week. I don't know, I might never come back, just like my father. Just kidding, we left him. Anyways. Alright, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and see ya. And remember, you're amazing, as long as you follow me. I'm so fucking egotistical, I'm sorry.